All right, all right. Thank you again for hanging out with me on another episode number 24. Can you believe it already? Episode number 24. So, we're going to do something different tonight. We're actually not going to talk about candles or soap. Kind of, sort of. All right, so let me go ahead and give my shout outs. What's up, Jayla? JB in the building. All right, and I've also got what's up, Court in the building. Jayla is from Light the Mood Candle Company. Go run over there and check out her sale before she changes her mind. And also Courtney from Love You Bunches Candle Co. All right, so they are hanging out with me. To my group that is over in Facebook, I decided to put them in the mix as well, the Chandler and Me group. So if anybody's watching from there, I appreciate it. And of course, the gang over at Bubblez and Flamez Podcast community group. So I appreciate everybody for chiming in. So I decided to do something a little bit different this week, right? What's up, Maury? All right, I got my heavy hitters in the building, so let's do it. All right, so, and Jay Lamori says hi. All right, so tonight we're going to talk about something different, but a complementary product, right? I don't know if you all had a chance to look at it, but we're going to talk about pet products for our fur babies. I have a fur baby. I know many of you do, whether a cat or dog or whatever the case may be, a bunny, a hamster, whatever the case may be for your household. But I thought about it. Let's talk about pet products because we all love our babies, right? Sorry about the noise. I'm trying to get my mic together. We all love our fur babies, right? And we all want to keep them clean and smelling fresh and use natural products in most cases, especially for most makers. So that's what we're going to be talking about tonight is creating a basic pet product line or collection that you can add to your lineup. All right. So when you are adding something new to your lineup, right? When you're adding something new, I've got a different number one on my list for research, but I'm going to do number 2 first instead of as number 1. What's the number one thing we always talk about when you start something new? There's something that you need to do after you make your decision to start this venture or add this venture. And that is do your research. Do your research. It is extremely important that you research what it is that you're going to add. All right. Research, and then test. All right. All right. After that, so let's go with just start off with number 3. So research is number 1, test is number 2, and test again. But number 3 is to choose your ingredients wisely. And why do I say that? Had a conversation actually with Courtney about this, and in a separate conversation, Maury and Jayla and I talk about this all the time. Your ingredients are very key, and it also represents your business. Nowadays, I'm sure you all hear, especially in the candle world, about a particular big brand and how they have candles exploding. People are having skin reactions. I mean, it just goes on and on. As consumers, we have the responsibility to do the research for the products that we use. As a maker and a business owner, we have the responsibility to let our consumers know what products that we're using. All right. Today, I'm talking about a natural product line. All right. So here's some, and you all know I have my infamous notes. All right. So here's some of the things that I would use in starting a pet line. All right. So some of the things that we have talked about, and yes, Jayla, research is so important and it's vital. When you are doing some product research for pets, especially, here are some of the most commonly used products, natural products, excuse me. Let me say that again. Here are some of the ingredients that are most commonly used in natural pet products. All right. Same thing similar to what we use in some of our products as well. The first one is soy wax, and we'll circle as to why I said that. Coconut oil, beeswax, shea butter, jojoba oil, and then essential oil. Note I said essential oil, not fragrance oil. Lavender essential oil, chamomile, and peppermint were the top three. I just went with the top three. Of course, there's many combinations, and we are also the fragrance gurus over here. So, but we're not talking about fragrances today. All right. When you do your research, you want to make sure that you also consider fur babies that have sensitive skin. And yes, there are babies out there, fur babies, and human babies, of course, too, that have allergies, sensitive skin. So you want to be sensitive to that when you're doing your research and also thinking about products, right? All right. As they say on human products, the same for pet products, test it in a small area on your baby's skin before you use it all over. That way you won't have a mess, and especially if your pet has super sensitive skin. All right, so that is the same as for us. When we try out a new product, they tell us to try it in a small area on your skin. All right, all right. And also, if I'm sure I'm going to assume that you do this because we are required to do it, but label your products clearly. Label your products clearly so that the pet owners know exactly what they are putting on their pets. All right. And Jayla commented and said, that means talking about research, that means personal research, not getting on Facebook and reading what others have said. And you know what? I'm going to pause here for a second because Jayla, you are right. How many of you are guilty about jumping in groups, whether on Reddit, Facebook, now they've started threads on Instagram, Twitter, whatever? How many of you are guilty of getting in those groups and reading what people say when you first started? How about now that for those experience makers, how many of you get into those groups? Notice I didn't put my hand back up. You will naturally progress off of the groups. And I'm not bashing the groups because I have two of my own. But keep in mind, the purpose of the groups is for informative information. But a lot of times people go down rabbit holes with their own personal issues and complaints about a product. So this is why we said, and why Jayla mentioned, do your own research, because your recipe or compound or whatever it is that you're using is going to be different. And unfortunately, when we have a lot of new makers, they're not doing their research right now. They are just throwing some things together and putting them out there. So please do your research. And of course, please also do your testing. And not just you personally, have a friend or a test group test it out for you before you put it on the market. And the biggest thing of all, after all of that, make sure you have the proper insurance, because I would hate for you to get sued when you didn't do your research or the required things for us as makers. All right. So here's another thing. You've decided on your products, which we're going to talk more about products here in just a second. I have some that I looked up to give you some tips. All right. But also start thinking about how to market your products to pet owners. All right. The pet industry right now is going to be a multi-billion-dollar industry here soon because people spend money on their pets, just like people spend money on personal or self-care products. All right. So when you are marketing your products, right, make sure that you are advertising or marketing that you are using natural products. All right, that's first and foremost. If you're using, and I said products, I meant ingredients, I apologize. If you are using natural ingredients, just say it. because that's going to enhance your marketing to a different demographic. We have a lot of people in the world right now that are changing their lifestyles. They live a clean lifestyle, they eat healthy, they only use natural and or organic products. So that's very important in the labeling. Also, when you are talking about pets and essential oils, please do your research, because there are essential oils that are toxic to pets. It's all over Pinterest. It's all over Google. So there's no excuse for not being able to find out what essential oils are toxic. There's a few of them actually that are toxic to pets. So you want to make sure that you know that. All right. All right. Also, do you let me rephrase this. I was going to say, do you go out and you spend all this money on these products and then you start buying all these ads? Or are you going to start advertising or marketing organically? Which way do you think I'm going to recommend to you, especially if you are a new maker or someone who is just starting your business? Hey, Abba. Hello. And I hope you're doing well. All right. So, what my answer is just use your social media as much as you can, and that way you can draw attention before you just start paying for ads. But if ads are your thing, then by all means, if they work for you, go right ahead, and we will circle back around to social media. All right. So here are some ideas for natural products that you could add to your line. All right. Now, I mentioned soy wax, and why did I mention that? Pet friendly candles. Some people only burn candles that are friendly in terms of the scent and in their house for their pets. Because remember, I mentioned that some pets have allergies and certain fragrances make them sneeze. All right. How about pet friendly soaps and pet friendly shampoos? Pet friendly soap and shampoo is one of the most popular items, of course, with refresher spray, because you can get the molds and do the paw prints. There's so many different things that you can do, but that's the most popular one. All right. Also, you can make pet friendly deodorant. Yes, they stink too. All right. And especially depending upon what type of breed of dog or cat that they are, in particular dogs. If they go outside a lot, there's a lot that goes into that particular thing. But how about pet friendly paw balm? Because their paws crack, right? And that's very painful for them. So pet friendly paw balm. Now this is one it's for your pet, but it's also for us, which is pet friendly toothpaste. All right. You know how our fur babies like to come up in our face and they breathe their breath on us in our face and we're ready to faint. So pet friendly toothpaste. All right. Also pet friendly flea and tick spray. All right. There's literally hundreds of recipes on that. And there's a good DIY one that uses Dawn, and it actually does work. Pet friendly bath soap, because a lot of people are now promoting self care for pets. And here's an idea for an upsell. They do sell robes, especially for the littles, for the little tiny ones, but they sell robes of all sizes. So maybe you could put a little bundle together that is pet soap, pet shampoo, the deodorant or refresher spray, your toothpaste, the flea and tick spray, and the balm. All right. And you can sell that. Those are very easy items to make. They're fairly inexpensive to make, and people love that. All right. Oh, and don't forget to put in a toothbrush to go with the toothpaste. All right. Also, if you don't want to do anything that's related to candles or soap, I want to do something different. I'm sick of looking at candles. I'm sick of looking at soap. Or if you're a body product maker, you get tired of looking at your own products all the time and you want to expand and do something different and fun. So, how about doing pet treats? Pet treats is a growing industry. Again, especially since COVID, a lot more people are making things at home. And why not for your pets? Again, there's a lot of recipes out there for various treats, from peanut butter to popsicles. They have all kind of stuff out there. All right, and again, they are using a lot of the food that we eat, so it's not that big of an expense. However, keep in mind that you need to put the use by date on your treats unless you're going to use some preservative in them, and of course that's going to defeat the whole purpose of it being natural, right? All right. Last but not least, you can also, and this is one that I thought was interesting, but I've seen it. I've seen it a lot actually, more recently, which is pet pet friendly bedding. A lot of people are now making their own bedding with things that you can get from the Tractor Supply store. And it doesn't have to necessarily be Tractor Supply, but that's a new thing that's growing, is the natural pet bedding. Not pet beds, but pet bedding. And then also, if you're very creative, of course, you can get into the clothes, the little cute shirts, the hats, the shoes, all these different things would be super cute and a great idea to complement each other for your new pet collection or business. All right. So I said I was going to circle back to give you some more ideas about marketing and, in particular, on social media. How do I draw more attention to my new venture? Or if you're doing a test or anything like that, or if you just want to add some things in seasonal and for fun. So, the first thing that you could do is run contests and giveaways. All right. Because as we all know, as soon as you mention the word giveaway, here they come. All right. There's even a hashtag out there for all the different types of giveaways. So people will come if you run a contest or a giveaway. All right. And that's a good way to get the excitement going about your brand. All right. If you don't want to do it, how about collabing with a social media influencer? All right. There are actually now pet influencers out there as well. If you have a pet and you are interested in getting them into the influencer space, pet influencers are the newest group of growing influencers, and they pay pretty good. And of course, you also get the products as well. All right. So that's something you can think about. All right. A lot of people don't like to do this next one. It does, I admit, take courage to do it, and you have to have thick skin. But how about this one? Host live streams. Hosting live streams. If you're going to do that, I definitely recommend TikTok, because, of course, that's what it's about. And people, again, love to talk about their pets. Maybe partner up with a pet store, a breeder, a rescue organization, and how about see if you can be a guest on their live stream if you don't want to do it by yourself. All right, the next thing, for those of us that use Canva or Place It or something like that, and this live stream is not sponsored by any company that I'm mentioning. I'm just trying to give you a reference and some resources. Create your graphics and your shareable content. All right, so you just work it in just like you would do for your product materials, right? All right. Jayla said TikTok is helping a lot of people get paid. Yes, they are. And let me give a shameless plug here. If you don't have anything to do on Sunday night, come hang out with us on TikTok at 7 p.m. It's under Bubbles and Flames Podcast. We have been talking about fragrance recipes, and they are different than the ones that we talk about over here on YouTube. I have decided to start doing that because a lot of people unfortunately can't make the fragrance table discussion. So we're going to start doing that on Sundays. We started last Sunday and it went pretty good actually. So we're going to continue to do that because that's a big topic that people want to talk about. All right. So TikTok is big, but of course, if you're not a TikToker, I mentioned to you about Lemon 8. Lemon 8 is not video, it is pictures. You can do pictures and video, pre recorded video. They don't do live streams over there. So that's an option for you, as well as, of course, Instagram and Facebook. Or another option for you, of course, is you can start a YouTube channel for your business. All right. How about we talked about influencers already. And we touched on, what about social media ads? If you want to really hit a lot of people quickly, go ahead and run social media ads. All right, that's a good way to narrow it down to your specific audience for who you want to serve. So, say maybe if you have a cane corso, right? You can make products for owners like you who have cane corsos. All right, so you want to niche down to that audience. Or if you just want to stay general and do all pets, of course, that's an option as well. All right. Make sure that you are using your social media analytics to track your progress. All right. We all don't like to look at them, but some of us do like to look at them because that's the only way that you're going to grow. You can, let me give you another option. You can do what they call faceless channels. You can do that on YouTube, and a lot of people will chime in. We have no excuse not to do these different things now because we have something called AI. AI will create the script for you, give you your video titles and everything. It'll do everything for you in a matter of minutes, and all you have to do is execute it, and you don't have to show your face. All right. So if that's something that you're interested in, just simply look up faceless channels. All right. And they do quite well, actually, because they are specifically about a particular subject. And you can even do a live stream like I do and just not show your face. Um, for whatever reason, I'm just trying to get over the fear of showing and being on camera. And I also have Jayla to thank for that because she encourages me with that because I still struggle with being on camera. All right. So let's talk about social media. Here's some more specific ideas of what you could do. All right. So you could run a contest where people enter it to win um, a pet friendly candle or soap. Or how about bundle it with a current product that you have right now? And that way it gets both of your businesses out there or both of your collections, whatever applies. And you can cross market to each audience, all right? Because you may gain some people that didn't even know that you had another business because they came to you about pets and vice versa, all right? And also, don't forget that when you're talking about pets, put in your plug for business, right? Make sure that you put in the plug for your business and how great it would be because you can give something to the pet and to the owner, all right? So you have a bundle idea, right? All right. Bear with me, trying to find my different ideas here. Also, if you decide to do a live, have a giveaway in the live that the winner must be present to win. That way you will retain your audience while you are doing your live, because if they're not there, the people are going to tell you, next, keep going, they're not here. All right. And it doesn't have to be expensive products. It can be just little stuff that you give away. And also, if you go and do the lives, show them your products. People love that. And also, behind the scenes, right? They love behind the scenes videos. So don't forget to record. And I'm guilty of that because I forget doing that as well. All right. So make sure that you record as you're making things behind the scenes and let people see your oops. Let people see your testing. Let people see what you're doing because you're building up the anticipation, right? All right. These are just basic social media tips that we all love and hate to do. Of course, be consistent. Remember, I mentioned last week Metro Cool. If it wasn't last week, it was a week before. You've got Later. You've got all these schedulers. And if not, you can schedule even within the ad. Create the content once and share it on multiple platforms, right? All right. Make sure that you use high quality images and videos. Make sure that everything is clear so that people can see what it is that you're talking about. That is the most annoying thing, is somebody's talking about something and you can't even see what they're talking about. All right? The debate is out on this one. One day it seems like people are using them, the next day they're not, which is using relevant hashtags. All right. So make sure that you use hashtags for your audience so that they can find you. All right. And also make sure you ask your customers, hey, what is it that you all need? What are you looking for? All right. In a product. What is it that you're looking for? Just like you should be doing for your business. That way you're not wasting your time, and it's the supply and demand. Also, try this is just me saying this one. Try a limited edition product just to see how it does. Put a product out there, maybe give away a free sample or something when you do orders for whatever it is that you make today, and see what the response is. Because like I said, you can get molds pretty much from everywhere, even including the dollar store if there's one near you. And just you can even do I believe melt and pour. So research that. I'm just thinking of stuff off the top of my head, but research that and see, like do the little paw prints, because those are always cute. And you can get the paw prints packaging, because don't forget about your packaging. Remember, the packaging is like the icing on the cake. That is what makes people excited. All right. Also, don't be afraid to engage with your audience. All right. Make them wait for you just a few minutes, because they're going to be waiting to see what it is that you have. Lives are fun. They can be nerve wracking at first because you don't know who you're talking to, but you'll develop a following and they will follow you wherever you go once you develop your following. And they're always going to be excited to see what products you have. Bring some of your customers up if that's a situation that applies. All right. So just keep those things in mind. But most importantly, be a creative. That's what you do, and have fun. All right. So those are all the things that I have. I do want to give you all some recipes, so bear with me. These are 10. I'm just going to read through them now, and then I will post them in the notes for this video. All right. I'll attach it as a document. All right. These are 10 natural recipes for pet products. All right. And I specifically search for candle or soap makers in this instance, because we usually have these products on hand already. So again, I'm going to read them tonight in case you hear something that you want, and I will upload the document to the channel, all right, in the notes, all right, or put a link into it. All right. And speaking of links and getting stuff and getting free stuff and all this type of stuff, for those of you that don't know Bubblez and Flamez Podcast, we have a website. And on said website, you've got blogs out there. But of course, the number one thing that everybody wants to know about is the fragrance list. And what we're going to be doing is, when you go out there to get the fragrance list, and the website is bubblesandflamezpodcast.com, you have to go to shop, and then you will go and it's going to say fragrance list. Put in your information, and then pay attention to the code, because if you don't pay attention to the code, it's going to charge you. All right. So run out there and grab that list. These are the fragrances that we talked about, because at any moment I'm going to be changing that up, and we're going to change the format. We're going to go to a free list. Thanks, Court. And we're going to go to a paid list. And here's the difference between the two. The free list is going to be whatever we talk about online, whether on here or on TikTok. The paid list is going to be the ongoing list. So how we talk about, and we have the fragrance room every month. And I just told you that TikTok is at 7 p.m. on Sundays. We talk about different things every time in there. So we add them to that list. So what we're going to do is we're going to put a free list up of basic blends, and then the list that you pay for is going to be the ongoing one that is coming in the very near future. So what I suggest you do is go out there and grab what is out there now, because you'll have to pay for the list that is ongoing, because we are close to over 400 blends, and it's a lot of work to maintain that list. Also, we have a D-Stash group out there that people ask for. So the D-Stash group is out there. And I know you all hear this every week, but I'm still going to put my disclaimer. I am not responsible for any D-Stashing. I'm just simply providing a resource. All right. So the D-Stash group is out there also. And I will have the podcast merch coming soon. All right. So if you have any questions for me, of course, feel free to DM me. You can put the comments on YouTube. But we're excited about that. This is what you all had asked for. So I am more than happy to provide that. All right. So I have finally done my homework, and I wanted to let you all know what next week's episode is going to be about. It is going to be about making perfume and roll-ons. All right. I am not an expert in this, so I'm going to give it a go. So that's what we're going to be talking about next week. And then the week after that, we are going to talk, as usual, about fragrances. This is a 5-week month. So we're going to have, let me make sure I got it right. Yep, perfume is next. And then it will be time for the fragrance table, and then we are going to start talking about, of course, candles and soap, but we're going to start getting into soap and the body products. All right, because we've talked about candles and general stuff for a while. So in fairness to my soap makers and body product makers, we're going to start expanding on their materials. All right, so I've tried to give you enough time to get a pen and paper if you're interested. So these are 10 items. All right, and I have the actual recipes, but I'm not going to read through each one tonight. But like I said, I will post it, and actually I'll put it out on Bubblez and Flamez as well. So that's fair. I'll do that. I'll put a link out there. All right. So the first one is a pet-friendly candle. The pet-friendly candle is made with soy wax, coconut oil, and a pet-friendly essential oil. And on this particular recipe, it's optional if you want to put in some botanicals. All right, depends upon how you feel about that. All right, the next one, and like I said, I'm going to go through these really quick, and then I will post them on the website, and I will put the link on this video on the YouTube channel. All right, the pet-friendly soap is the next one. Consists of olive oil, coconut oil, castor oil, water, lye. I didn't make these recipes up. I just looked them up. A tablespoon of lye. So if you're a soap maker, is that okay for pets? Excuse me. And then, of course, your essential oil. All right. All right. The next one, a pet-friendly shampoo bar. They consist of coconut oil, castor oil, beeswax, water, lye, and essential oil. And I'm going over these, so if you hear something you're interested in, maybe you already have these ingredients. All right, for your pet-friendly deodorant, a half a cup of baking soda. Okay, so baking soda, cornstarch, arrowroot powder, and essential oil. All right, the paw balm that I mentioned for their paws, that has beeswax, shea butter, coconut oil, and essential oil in it. Your pet-friendly toothpaste that one's really simple. Baking soda, water, and essential oil. I don't know if I would put essential oil in the toothpaste unless it's one that you can ingest. So definitely, if you're thinking about that, look into that. Okay. Pet-friendly flea and tick spray. Water, apple cider vinegar, and pretty much everybody has these essentials, and an essential oil such as citronella, lavender, or peppermint. And the reason that you're using those is because fleas don't like those. They don't like those essential oils. All right. And the last one that I have is a pet-friendly bath soap. And that one is super simple. Most people actually have these ingredients: Epsom salt, baking soda, and essential oils such as lavender, chamomile, or rose. All right. So that is what I have. Again, I will get those posted, and I might even see if I can find some more. Some of those items look suspect, such as the lye. So definitely do your research. All right. All right, to my mods, do you all have anything that we need to discuss? We have a few minutes left. And again, next week's topic is going to be perfume and roll-ons. All right. And I'll see how far I can get and how much information I can get with that. If you are a maker that makes perfume or roll-ons and you want to be a guest and come up on the show, just let me know. Just DM me and I will gladly bring you to the stage. That is not in my area, so I'm going to give it a go. But if I say something wrong, please let me know. All right. Anybody out there? And let me give a shout out to anybody that is watching from TikTok. I appreciate it. If you are watching again from the Facebook groups, either one of them, I appreciate you as well. And do me a favor, can you all subscribe to the channel for me? I am still trying to build up my subscribers and I have a long way to go. I definitely would appreciate it. And I don't see anything in the chat. Oh yeah, and also I saw my own banner here. If you can follow us on social media, I definitely would appreciate it. All right. We are on Instagram. We are on Facebook. We are on YouTube, of course. So Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Lemonade, pretty much all social media except for I'm not on Twitter and I'm not on like Reddit or anything like that. I have to cut it there because it gets to be a bit much after a while. All right. So this was a quick one. Like I said, don't forget to go out to the channel, to the website, excuse me. So go to the channel and subscribe. And of course, like this video. Go back and watch some other ones, by the way. Go watch the fragrance videos. Those are really good. Episodes 8 for your basics, 12, 13, 14, and 18. All right. And we've got some more coming up. But that's pretty much all that I had for today. Does anybody have anything else? Let me see what they're talking about out there in YouTube land. Courtney said, just so everyone knows, coconut oil, both ingested and on the skin, is a good flea preventative. Yes, because Zeus loves coconut oil. All right. So how about this? While you are out there on YouTube, right? Go ahead and put your fur baby's name out there. I love fur babies. I love puppies. I love kittens. It's just when they get older and they get moody, that's when I don't really deal with them too tough. But yeah, let's see some of the fur babies' names going. They always have interesting names. Zeus is a Yorkie poo, and I named him Zeus because typically when you hear the name Zeus, it's usually a big dog, right? So when he comes around the corner, he's this little dude. He's about 10 pounds and he thinks he weighs 400. All right. And some of you might have even seen Zeus on other episodes or TikTok or whatever. All right. Abba said she missed last week's episode and she needs to watch that. All right. Any support I appreciate because I know everybody has time commitments. And Courtney said her babies are Bentley, Luna, and Bella. Bentley, Luna, and Bella. All right. And Maury says, Piper, my little barn cat. All right. And rest in peace to Miss Piper. All right. And also for Jayla's dog, Spectacular, rest in peace to her as well. And before I forget, go check out Light the Mood Candles. She's running an amazing sale right now over there. Like we're talking a good sale. All right. So head on over there to Light the Mood Candles. All right. And does anybody else have any fur babies or any other comments? And let me know what you think about this. This is something different. I know everybody loves to talk about fragrances and candles and soaps, but I wanted to expand our horizons and see about getting into other products and things and see what we can do. All right. I thought it was interesting for the pets. So I just decided to put it on the podcast. All right. Let's see what the comments say here. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, Jayla said, I am running a sale, and she's running a sale, and tonight the 7-day candles go on sale. All right, Jayla, drop your website for me. And also, if you go to the website, I'm glad you put that, Jayla. If you want to see the mods or interact with the mods, their websites and their social media is out there. All right. I've got some amazing mods, and they do a variety of things. They're not all here tonight, but they make soap, they make candles, they do incense, the whole nine. All right. All right. And here is, and Jayla, you know you're always welcome. Light the Mood. All right. And she's running an amazing sale because you know those 7-day candles are and can be expensive because everything is handmade. All right. So go check that out. If you need some candles burned on the altar, she said she has those on sale as well. And those are $15. So go grab them up right now because they're usually $33. All right. And she said, you will have to sign up for my emails to get the code, but I only email when I'm giving you a sale. All right. All right. So again, a couple ways if you want to support Jayla, you can go directly to her site. You can also get to her site from the Bubblez and Flamez podcast while you're over there grabbing the fragrance list. And by the way, the fragrance list will ask you for your email simply because I like to do giveaways. I like to do things. And just like Jayla, I'm not going to spam you with email. I'm only going to send it when I have something to share with the community in writing, that is. All right. Well, it is 8:44. I'm going to go ahead and give you some time back in your evening because we all can use that, right? So again, join us here every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern, and join us on TikTok at 7 p.m. on Sunday. I look forward to talking to you, and don't forget you can always comment below, and please like, share, and subscribe. I appreciate it, and good night to everybody. Talk to you next week.